Hey guys, in this video I will show you how to play Vyse on Haven, and we'll start right here on A side and how to defend. So first of all, let's do flashes which can help you get some free kills at the start of the round. So for the first flash you wanna place it like this through this wooden beam, that way it would be on the other side right here, and it's gonna look like this. That way it gives you the option to place that flash, go long, you can flash, and anyone who'd be right here would be blinded, as you can see. Anyone who'd be outside, super simple, just simply place it through the beam right here, anywhere in this area. I would recommend you to place it lower, since one thing that can happen is if you would place it closer a bit to this beam, it won't flash that many people, since this would block it. Another simple way which can work would be simply placing it right here at the start of the round, just on the wall right here. Well, not on this wall, the wall behind it, this one. And then if you wanna flash, you just pop it and swing to the left, so that way you will get behind this box and it's gonna blind anyone on the long. When defending, there are two flashes that can be very useful. One of them would be simply placing it on this box right here. That way, if you flash, it would flash anyone who would be coming out of long, or even anyone who would be coming out of the short area. The other way would be to place it anywhere on the wall behind you, and if you wanna get to place it higher, you can either use it from heaven, so that way you jump onto the window and you place it right here. Just like that, and as you can see, if you flash, it would blind anyone pretty much anywhere, depending on how you place that. So that's one of the ways how you can use this flash, and it will cover a lot of spot and it would always blind the enemies. Next thing is your shear, which you can place right here, and you can combine it with your razor vines, and you can also place your flash right here, so that way if it activates, you can be waiting for it. If the wall is gonna go up, you can activate this flash as well. The flash would blind anyone who would be right here in the sewers, and you can get some free kills on the enemies there. Since you don't have to worry, there's always only gonna be one. He will most likely try to go into this spot, but you can try to push him, since you would have enough time before the wall goes down. And of course you can be placing the wall right here on long as well, so that way you can disintegrate the push, and in combination with your razor vines, which you can place like this, and if the wall once again goes up, and together with the flash, or flash, which would be through the box right here, you can just this and peek, and anyone who would be pretty much anywhere here in front of the default is gonna be in trouble, since he would be flash running in the razor vines, and he would have enough time to swing behind the box and even kill him if he would try to hide in front of the default. But before we dive deeper into the video, I need to tell you about today's sponsor, blazingboost.com. On this site you can find coaching that will help you improve your gameplay, elevate your communication, and help you with other skills that you are unaware of. The coaches are ready 24/7, and they will help you in under 5 minutes as soon as you purchase this service. With the code FRATY you can also get 8% off. They are also a trusted site with over 34,000 5-star reviews. So don't forget to check the site out if you need any coaching, and let's get back into the video. If you would be going for retake, you can try to place your flashes, for example, on the corner right here, which you can use, or you can just simply place it through the wall right here and activate it as soon as possible and run into the site. On B, I would not really recommend you to play, since your utility can be wasteful here, since not many people go here, but you can use this, at least the wall, for info if there's anyone coming into B side, for example for a lurk. But if you wanna use it, just by simply adding to your razor vines on either side, and together with flash, which you can place pretty much anywhere, I would recommend to place it very simply on this box from the front. That way if you flash, you can be waiting and flash with it, and anyone who would be here would be absolutely demolished, together with combination if you would be using, for example, nano swarms or any other utility. For example, here in market, garage, your wall would work much better here, and once again, together with your setup, which you can do like this, and one simple razor vine, you can try to when the wall goes up once again, simply go for the peak and get the kill on anyone who would be right here. And of course the same thing would work right here. You can either place the wall very close to the wall like this, or you can make sure that there's gonna be a little gap, so it would look like this, as you can see. there would be a small gap, and in which, if the enemies would rush in, you can get a kill on anyone who would be inside. Of course, you can be placing your flashes. One of the best ones would be right here, since this one would always flash the whole long area, and it would never flash anyone who'd be even peeking from backside, or anyone who'd be playing closer, since as you can see it's always gonna be hidden. So if you flash, it will never blind you. However, anyone who'd be coming from long would be blinded. So if the wall goes up, you can be hiding here, flash, activate this, get the kill on the guy, and then you can try to spam through this wall, so that way you would kill anyone in this small gap. If you ever wanna be retaken, you can be trying to place your flash through the wall like this, and you can place it quite high, as you can see. The flash would end up all the way here, and it would blind pretty much anyone who'd be on site. Of course, you can be placing the flashes differently. For example, very simply, if you're coming out of spawn, you can place it through the wall like this and flash with it, but try to should swing to the right, not to the left as I did, so that way it would not blind you, and it would be super simple to do. Of course, you can be also flashing through the site, just like that, activating it and trying to get a kill on anyone there. So there's plenty of ways how to use it. Other flashes which you can be using would be when defending, would be very simply this one, playing on the other side and waiting for enemies and simply peeking with it. And you can gain a lot of info. You can also be doing this at the beginning of the round to get the info if there's anyone in front of C, since the flash tells you if you've blinded anyone. When attacking, there's plenty of ways how to use your flashes. Firstly, what I would recommend would be flashing the long, taking it back, and anyone who'd be here, he would have to fall back, and you can hold the angle, and you can get yourself easily the control of long by simply flashing through the wall right here. Of course, you can, when pushing in to the side, you can do your flashes. Once again, continue with it and place them like this. You can be placing your flash even through this wall, so that your teammates would be going short, would have an easier time, or even if you're coming out of short, you can be placing a lot of flashes like this. And once again, it will blind anyone who'd be inside, even anyone who'd be, for example, in corners like these. One of the cool lineups which you can do on A side with your razor vines would be from this corner, just wanna get here. And as you can see, there's this line between those two strips, and just simply find the middle part, which would be anywhere in this area, and place your crosshair there, just above the line, and throw your razor vines. As you can see, the molly would bounce and land in the backside. That way, if you want to push, anyone who'd be here would have a hard time swinging you, and they would usually not do or try to hide here as well, so that way you can get yourself some space as well while pushing. With your shear, you don't really want to be using it on the flank, since you can and it would get you the info, but I would recommend placing it either like this or like this. That way you can win a lot of time for your teammates, and together with your razor vines, with this combination, you would win a lot of time and stall the enemy teams, since it takes quite a while before the wall drops, and for the razor vines to, once again, as you can see, to go away as well, since the only plant time after plant is not that long. You can of course do your wall like this, and even if you place it on top of these boxes, you create a little one way. That way, if there's more enemies coming, you can be waiting for them. Or you can do this even when defending. If you would get pushed up quite nicely, place your wall here. That way you can get one kill on the guy who would have pushed through the wall, and then there would be this gap where you would see the enemies. Especially, I mean, their own feet only. So one of the ways how to use this one way as well. Creating space right here on mid would work great, since you can very simply flash yourself out of the window, and if you would make it to the side, once again, you can create these stuff right here. Or the new mechanic that I've recently seen would be to place your wall, for example, like this, and you can place your wall in this spot in front of the spike. That way, if the enemies go for the defuse, the wall will lift them up and they won't be able to defuse for the next 7 seconds. So definitely give this a shot. You can do this on any side as well, since the wall can be placed pretty much anywhere. You can do it, for example, right here at this wall, a little further, or you can do it on that wall. And if you place your wall like this, once again the wall will lift them up and they won't be able to get to the spike just in the nick of time. And you can be doing this on C by planting pretty on the simply on the default, well, not this close, but pretty much in the middle here, and placing your wall either like this or on the other side, doesn't really matter. And once again, the wall is gonna lift them up and they won't be able to get to the spike since the wall would be blocking them. But let's continue by simply doing those flashes. You can just win a lot of space. You can be using on the walls right here. If it gets broken, you know that someone is holding that, but usually enemies won't have enough time to react to it if you put enough pressure on them. Once again, if you're going out of C-long, flashing, for example, through the wall like this would work fine, and you can pick with it. Then when you are going to the side, you can either flash through the wall on the right, just like that, or, which I would recommend more, would be placing it on the wall like this, since more enemies would have that inside than this corner. For example, if they would be playing from this corner as well, or even from this side, as you can see. This would not be visible for them. And once again, if you make it to the side, one way to stall would be placing your wall, for example, at spawn or at the garage. So you can do this, and once again, together with your razor vines, you can be winning a lot of time. And since we are here, lastly with your ultimate, I would recommend you to be doing it either from garage or when you are very close on long, since as you can see on the minimap, if you use it in the cubby right here, you would not cover much space. But sometimes this should be enough, but if you get closer you are gonna get much more value. Or if you are in garage, as you can see as well, from garage you can use it even on B side if you want to hit it, and you can use it on B once again if you are pushing. Or one cool spot would be from the sewers, since as you can see this would hit pretty much half of the map right here from this corner. And once again, from on A, I would definitely recommend to use it from sewers, for example in this corner, since it's unlikely that anyone would be playing in these corners. Or if you get closer, once again, this should work fantastically. But I would usually recommend you not to use it when you are further, since you want to make sure that most of the enemies is gonna get hit. When retaken, you can use it, for example, from this corner, which would hit this whole area perfectly, except this corner right here. But other than that, your enemies can flatten to the side and go on for a retake. Once again on B, this would work great from either side. And if you want to go on C, I would recommend to use it from garage like this. Even though you won't get this corner, but it's unlikely that someone's gonna be there, and if he is, you can just simply try to use your other utility to get them out of it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and see you guys soon. Bye!